Connie from Faff Designs. Welcome to the Dixie Belle YouTube channel. I am one of your Dixie Belle brand ambassadors, and today I'm going to show you a really quick and easy way to upcycle an old mirror using a couple of Dixie Belle products. It's super quick, super easy, and you get yourself a chalkboard. The frame of this mirror was wax, so I had to remove that before I could do anything else, and I'm doing that with white spirits and wire wool. Once all the wax was removed, I then went ahead and cleaned it with Dixie Belle's White Lightning and water in a pre-mixed spray bottle that I just keep for smaller pieces like this. Just gave it a really good scrub all over and then rinsed it off with clean water and a clean cloth. Then I used a Dixie Belle sanding sponge to just give the mirror part a scuff sand, and then I went ahead and primed the mirror part with Dixie Belle's Slick Stick Adhesion Primer. I'm using a synthetic brush to apply the slick stick just to make sure that there's no unwanted texture or brush strokes, and just keeping my brush strokes really smooth and long just to try and get that primer as smooth as possible. For a super smooth finish, you can sand in between coats of slick stick. I'm just giving it the once over with a sanding sponge. For slick stick to do its job properly and effectively, you need to give it 2 coats and wait for each coat to dry thoroughly. The second coat needs to be dried 24 hours before you can apply your paint. I have left this to dry for 24 hours, and again I'm just going to give it a light sand all over just to make sure it's super smooth. So the product that is going to give us our chalkboard finish is Dixie Belle's Caviar, and I'm going to use a synthetic brush. I'm just giving the surface a light mist with my continuous mister bottle first. That's just going to promote the paint to lie smooth and flat without any brush strokes in it. Again, just using long smooth strokes and making sure you're getting all the corners with your Caviar chalk mineral paint. That's just going to make sure it's smooth, and it's already starting to look like a blackboard already. The second coat is just going to give us that full coverage jet black finish, and then I'm going to go ahead and tape off the frame because I'm going to paint that also. Once that's all taped off, I'm going to go ahead and get my Honky Tonk Red out. That's the colour that I'm going to paint the frame with. And I'm using the Dixie Belle brush to apply it with. Again, I did 2 coats of Honky Tonk Red just for full coverage and to make sure that I hadn't missed any spots. And once that was thoroughly dry, I then applied Best Dang Wax in clear all over the frame just to give it a nice sheen and a little bit more protection. If you've noticed, I'm using the blue applicator sponge to apply my wax with. This method of applying wax guarantees you a streak-free finish, and it's really quick and easy. If you do struggle with applying wax with a brush, I highly recommend trying one of these sponges because it really is game-changing. So I absolutely love Honky Tonk Red with black wax. I think it's just a stunning combination. So I'm applying a little bit of Best Dang Wax in black with the French tip brush just to add a little bit of depth and dimension. I'm going back in with my blue applicator sponge, and that's just going to smudge all of the waxes together and give it a bit more of a smoky finish. Going to take the masking tape off, and finally I'm going to season my chalkboard with normal chalk. I'm just going to run it down the length of the board, and this is just going to stop you getting any marks when you do write on your board. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm armed with my chalk, ready to write those jobs lists. And let me know if you've upcycled an old mirror and what you did with it in the comments. As always, if you've got any questions, drop those in the comments below as well. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.